after all that, me standing on the motor, trying to pull the injectors off, ruining one of my fuel lines, and taking off my whole fuel system, the rail with the fuel pressure regulator, the injectors, and changing out the fuel filter, I just boxed up this whole deal right here. So I got my ECU in there and I got all the fuel stuff in there. But I just got off the phone with one of my friends and we were talking about another friend that I was gonna go help out. He has like all the turbo, like the coolant lines and the oil drain and oil feed and stuff like that. He doesn't really know how to put all that on. I've done it like once before. I'm pretty sure I can help him out with it. So we're gonna do that and I'm gonna steal all his fuel stuff. And then we're gonna see if my car runs after that. So. I'm at the shop and Bobby's doing stuff at the moment. So as soon as I can get his attention, I will talk to him. But right now, he's actually working on that RV swap, the cord that I was telling you guys about. The one that got the two front and stuff. Apparently he's doing something in the rear. I'm assuming getting the S13 subframe in. Is that what you're doing?
Yes. Which
holy shit,
cut a lot out.
You had when I was doing some cutting and stuff.
See look at his feed line. It's like different.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. It's just I don't want to take off a fuel line and have to go get a new fuel line just to try it out, you know, because it's over here.
What do you mean? It'll reach.
No. Mine is literally cut to fit here.
Oh, this one's yours.
Yeah, this is.
Get another fucking fuel line.
You don't want to just swap out these 3 injectors?
No.
No?
No, because you break them 9 times out of 10. They don't come out.
Oh.
When you squeeze on them and try to peel them out.
Well, I have another surprise for you then. I tried to take out the... That's why I brought it here to you, because I don't want to do the same thing to him. But you can get that out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to first take off both the fuel lines because I need... Well, they both need to come off because I need to replace them both to be able to run this fuel rail. And one of them needs to get replaced because the one that I had to really pull on wasn't really coming off, so like I kind of really messed it up. So I'm going to take those fuel lines off, go match them up at O'Reilly's, and put some new ones on and try to get this thing going. So I got about like, I don't know, so and so feet of like fuel line or whatever. So I'm going to slap the fuel rail on right now, and I think in terms of simplicity, to make things more simple, what I'm gonna do is, so this is the return line. I'm probably just gonna switch one of them around because, I don't know, hard to explain actually. I'm just gonna put everything on it and you'll see after. Alright, so good news is nothing's on fire. It's always good news. So we're just gonna let it warm up now, and yeah, but first it needs more coolant, last time I remembered, so pop this guy open. Alright, so it's not misfiring anymore. Yep, it's not misfiring at all. So I'm gonna go take it to the gas station, get some gas, and boy am I hype as fuck right now. Oh my god. Okay, so here's the thing. The reason why I'm so hyped right now is because not only is the car running better again, my boost controller is hooked back up, so I'm back on 17 PSI, and it's cold AF outside, so we're about to go rip this thing. It's probably gonna be a lot of wind noise in the video, but me and we're out here in the infamous, well, I'm not really gonna say the name because some of you might know where it's at, but it's basically our sanctuary. Okay, so we got Jake with the M3 and Brandon with the RBZ.
You ready to sauce?
So that was a little stressful, but it was also very fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a long time since I've been able to get like rowdy and absolutely have no care. Actually, I've never had to not care with this car. Something I learned is that like I don't even really need a lot of power to drift. I just really need like predictability and I don't know, like a proper setup. Like whenever I would take left-hand turns, it would do fine because the passenger rear wheel spins just fine, but the driver's side is a little funky, but for some reason always has the most wear. It's weird. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is this week we're going to have Bobby weld the other diff, and then we'll see how drifting is after that, because it's so annoying trying to drift with this like basically open diff. As always, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. You'll see the most updates on there because I try to keep up with YouTube. But yeah, follow me on Instagram. It's at pizzaboy_delivery or blah, blah, blah. It's at pizzaboy. It's at pizza_deliveryboy_. So follow me on Instagram. That'll keep you updated on everything I do. Follow the shop on Instagram. I'll have the link, or I'll have the name for that in the description. And make sure you like and subscribe. It really does help. I'm really trying to make YouTube a thing for me. And yeah, let's get this car ready for the season, this coming season, and just really drifting overall. But